YouTube? It's your girl Christine back in the kitchen with another cooking video for y'all. Tonight we're gonna make a little beef stroganoff for my hubby tomorrow's night dinner. First things first, we're gonna get to the sink and wash our hands, and I'll be back. Alright y'all, now that we've washed our hands, I've already got our steak marinated. I already went ahead and did the process for you guys. I just cut my little steak up into little cubes. I already have it marinating with some olive oil, Montreal seasoning, some onion powder, some garlic powder, and some salt and pepper. What I did, I just put some olive oil, like vegetable oil in here, and I just give it a good little shaky shake. Get my steak bites all marinated. I did marinate these. Usually you want to let your steak marinate overnight, but like I said, this is kind of last minute, so I did let mine marinate. What's up, y'all? Now that we're back from that, I already have, like I said, my steak marinated. I'm going to put some olive oil on the bottom of my saute pan, just a little bit, not too much. Olive oil, not too much. That's heating up. I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, something quick, simple. I'm not going to make my little sauce. Usually I make my sauce, but I'm going to cheat today. So I'm just going to do the instructions that it says on the back, and I'll come back. Alright y'all, now that you have that, like I said, this is going to be the water, the milk, and the butter. I did 3 cups of water, 1 cup of whole milk. It says low-fat milk, but I use whole milk. And then 2 tablespoons of butter in there. You're going to get that started and let it come to a boil. My pan was starting to smoke a little bit, so I started adding my meat. I'm cooking my steak well done. That's how my boyfriend likes it. So y'all can cook your steak however you want. Already starting to look amazing, y'all. But I'm cooking it on low heat. Y'all can cook it however y'all want to cook it. Like I said, temperature is up to you. You're going to make sure your pan is hot before you throw your meat in. You don't want a cold pan, then you're not searing at that point. So, now that that's going, I'm going to let that go. I'm going to switch the rules here a little bit. We're going to learn how to open up a bottle of wine. If y'all don't know how to open up a bottle of wine, you have your cork that's inside the bottle. I already took the film off, but you guys would just use this thing on the side to open up that film. You would just go around, open it up, but I already did that part. So, and I already have my glass chilling, because y'all know white wine goes in a tall wine glass, and it's always chilled, usually, preferably. So I have that chilling. I have my cork, my bottle opener. Put this just halfway into the thing, and I'm going to start to go down. And to a certain point, you're going to want to be able to take that top part, just pull it up a little bit, and you're going to hear that sound, and that you're done. I'm going to pour this ice out. Now that my glass is already chilled, and I'm going to go ahead and pour. Now I'm just going to take that out. Put that back in. Let's take a sip of my wine. Cheers. It's a Pinot Grigio. Oh, Moscato, sorry. It's some Moscato. It's like a deliciously sweet. I'm a fan of white wine. I really don't like red wines, but anyway, back to the cooking. My steak is finally starting to cook. I'm going to turn this up a little bit to get that kind of boiling. The steak is still cooking very nicely, smelling very nicely. You guys can start to see that it looks very, very good. So let that cook. And I'm going to come back once this starts to boil, y'all. Alright, y'all. Now that my steak is done cooking, preferably well done, I'm going to put it to the side. and I'm just gonna let that sit, kind of rest. My water is starting to boil. As you guys can see, it's starting to boil, the milk in there. So I'm gonna remove it from the heat. I'm gonna add my 2 bags of my stroganoff. Put it back on the heat and lower it. Grab a spatula. I'm just gonna stir that around. And I'm gonna just let these cook for about 15 minutes until my noodles are soft. Keep stirring because it will get stuck to the bottom. But yeah, once that's done, I'm gonna come back in about 15 minutes once those are cooked, and then I'll show you guys the finishing product afterwards. Alright y'all, now that I got everything ready, my noodles were starting to boil. I just put it back into my little saucepan. I'm just gonna let it start to thicken up a little bit. It's starting to look amazing, y'all. I don't know if y'all can see. I'm just gonna let it boil so the noodles can continue to cook. After the juices and the milk and all that starts to thicken up, I'm gonna add my steak in. But for now, I'm just gonna grab my lid and I'm gonna let it simmer for a couple more minutes. And then once that's done, I'll come back and check in with you guys, okay? Alright y'all, now I'm back. It's starting to thicken up. As y'all can see, it's starting to get a little thicker. Try to move it a little closer. Y'all can see how it's starting to thicken up a little bit. Still needs a little bit more time. It's still a little liquidy, so I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes. Then you'll be able to add in your steak, and then I'll show you guys the final project and the final outcome of beef. My version of beef stroganoff, but quick, simple, easy enough for me, but still delicious. Okay, know what I'm saying. Alright y'all, now that my thing is a little bit more thickened up, I went ahead and cut my steak into a little bit more like smaller bite-sized pieces. You can leave your steak however you want. I just cut it up smaller just so I can get more throughout the dish. Go ahead and add those in. Give them a good toss. Alright, now that my steak is in, I'm going to cover it and let it simmer for like maybe another 5 minutes, just to kind of get a little bit more thickened up. And then we'll call that the end of the video, and then I'll show you guys how I played it, kind of decorate it, and then that'll be it. And then you guys can come back for another video later on, give me some ideas to cook, what y'all want to see me cook. But yeah, so now I'm going to add that. I'm going to take my rye. I'm just gonna let that like that. I'm gonna let that simmer for another 5 minutes, and then I'll be right back, y'all. Alright, y'all, so this is your finished product, beef stroganoff. I'm gonna show y'all how to plate it real quick. Alright, y'all, so this is the final project. Beef stroganoff, y'all. Hope y'all enjoy.